Valley of the Vikings is the 2019 Kinderspiel winner by Haba Games and Marie and Wilfried Ford. It is a strategic dexterity game for 2 to 4 players. You are trying to knock over barrels, scooting Vikings along the docks into locations so that when someone falls off, you reap the most rewards. The concept is fun on its own, but even from the time you remove it from the box, it screams playtime. From the great wooden barrels to the chunky Viking ships that act as your money hold to the fact that the board is an assembly of smaller pieces needing to be put together like a puzzle. Regardless of how many players, all Viking player tokens are lined up at the beginning of the dock, and corresponding boats not used by players are held to the side. The rewards for each space on the dock are randomly laid out, giving some unexpected and welcome replayability to the game. Then the barrels are set in their starting locations and the game begins. On a player's turn, they pick one of the 4 areas to bat the ball from, then hit it with the batter token. If they knock over any barrels, that player moves the corresponding Viking tokens forward on the docks, jumping over occupied spaces. If a player misses with the ball, you keep trying until you knock one over. Then you hand over the bat, and the next player gets to choose where to put the fallen over barrels in any of the empty spaces, then they take their turn. Play continues until BAM! One of the Vikings falls off the dock and around, and the remaining Vikings score money from the supply, or if they're on another player's marker, they steal the money from that player, or on their own space, and they steal one from every other player. Vikings are not unlike pirates. After coin distribution, fallen Vikings go back to the first place and play continues until all coins from the supply dry up and the player with the most scratch is the winner. We played this with our almost 5-year-old and we loved it. Swatting the ball is really satisfying, and it seemed like both he and us were on the same learning curve of getting control over the ball. And by the end of game 2, he had a good grasp on the fundamental strategy in getting his Viking to a good spot, then making mommy, daddy, and the NPC fall off the dock. Who doesn't like dunking their parents? That said, this game has a surprising amount of strategy, both in the dexterity aspect where you position barrels and try to knock certain ones over, but also figuring out how best to position the characters. With the right move, you can get a character to hop several spaces in line. This nuance was mostly lost on our kiddo, but I have no doubt that by the time he hits 6, he'll have a good grasp on it, and it made sure that it was still just really fun for mommy and I to play. This game does a great job in teaching positional relationships, risk assessment, and developing hand-eye coordination. If there's one caution I'd make, it's that this game can feel mean. It's all fun and games until kiddo is the one dunked on the side or has a coin stolen from them. But maybe the most important thing this game teaches is sportsmanship. Luckily, after the first experience of dunkage, he was back in the fray, and in spite of losing to mommy on his second game, he happily sung its praises and wanted to play again. What do you think? Is that a fun game?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your favorite thing about it?
I got this many coins.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing about playing it?
When I knock you or you.
Do you want to play this again sometime?
Yes, please! Mommy loves the Vikings.
What?
Perfect.
If you enjoyed this video, we have all kinds of other reviews, interviews, and recommendations via writing, podcasts, and video here on our channel and website cardboardherald.com. Our content is audience supported, so if you want to show your support, please visit our Patreon. Thank you so much for watching. This has been the Cardboard Herald.